evening all, and welcome to SparreysWorld. And today we are doing a special video. We are doing what I would like to call the top 10 most game-changing updates, most game-changing things which are ever introduced in ARK. ARK is an official release now. It was a long time coming. It took years. It actually took years. And I'm lucky enough. Yeah, let's go with lucky enough. To have been playing it pretty much since the start. Since seeing some of the big changes, some of the small changes, and seen some of the just mental changes. But yeah, so today I just want to run down what my top 10 changes are in the game. If you've got any changes or any game changes that you think are better than these or different to these, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear how it's changed in the time you've been playing it. So please let me know. If at any point you like the video, hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. So straight away, off the back of that, let's go to number 10. So number 10 then on the list, we had patch 231. Now this was all the way from the 5th of January in 2016. Now as we can see, we had a couple of things. It was ended the Winter Wonderland, improved server performance, all the stuff like that. But what they did here, you can see tamed dino balance adjustment. Now what that actually meant was, this was a huge dino nerf. This was a crazy dino nerf. Rexes all of a sudden, who had 30k health, were down to around 13,000 health. Their damage was nerfed. Everything was nerfed. Tame dinos basically lost lots of health, lost lots of melee, but they did gain more, so they had a larger harvest multiplier. So it took longer to kill things, and you still got the same amount of things, but stuff was not as powerful. This was huge. This was a huge thing. This is the first time they'd ever done anything like this. And this is obviously specifically the Dino Nerf, the overall Dino Nerf. We're not going to mention the F-flyer word. We're going to get to that at another point. But yeah, 231. First proper Dino Nerf they did, and it hit people for 6. People were not happy, and that was all the way back in the 5th of January 2016. So that was number 10. In at number 9 then, we had patch 233. Now, 233 came out a little bit later than January. It was towards the end of January, January 28th, 2016. It's obviously on PC. And we had a few things in this patch. We had Gallimimus, the prod, but then we had the 2 most important things. Well, in fact, you could say 3 most important things if you look at this. We had the new armor. We had an amazing high tier of armor. So this was the best armor available. This is the Riot Gear, what we now know as the Riot Gear armor. But what I'm more important about this patch was the greenhouse. The greenhouse, the glass. This was a great game changer. Basically, we could grow our crops under glass for, you know, a bit of crystal, bit of cementing paste, bit of metal, and we could get them to grow, you know, up to 300% faster. This was incredible for those wanting to tame high dinos. This is what you had to get. You needed to get these greenhouses up going so you could get the kibble farm going. And it was a fantastic addition, one which every single player uses currently. And also, just worth noting, we had the initial deep sea loot crates in this. These are the things which people hunt for to get those amazing things. This is what spawned, you know, in Scorched Earth. We had all the desert crates, all the loot drops and everything like that. These deep sea loot crates are well worth it. They're fantastic little things. And overall, this was a good patch. You had some really good things, but the addition of the greenhouse really did change the game. In at number 8 then, we had patch 241 from the 17th of May in 2016. And the reason on this on the list? Well, the reason for this was we added the center. We added the center map. Now, the center map, this is the first free DLC, shall we say. It was the first free DLC. All of a sudden, we have a brand new ARK we can go and play on completely for free. Now, it was a mod before, so obviously PC players and stuff had probably downloaded it, had a little go on it. But this was great, you know, and this has paved the way for Ragnarok, and who knows what else to come. But yeah, the center 241, very important patch, bringing in with it that free map. It's something that Wildcard perhaps needed to do, but it was a free map, and you now had a choice. Also, as you can see from a couple of the other things down, you can now pick up and toss dodos and dung beetles. Rejoice indeed. Who doesn't love running around with a dodo now? But yeah, so that was number 8, patch 241, mainly because we added the center map, a great addition, a fantastic map. Next up on the list then, we have patch 267. Now 267, as you can see, was released not too long ago from when this video has been made. It was the 29th of August 2017. And we had the otter. Otter, amazing little creature, going at your black pearls. But we had End Boss and Ascension. finally, we actually had a story. We actually had, well, not a story. We had an ending to the journey. Depending on how you interpret it and depending on how you see it, lots of different views on this. I'm not going to go into big details on that because there's plenty of videos out there. But basically, spoilers. If you don't want to listen, then stop listening for 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah, you go up to the alien ship. The aliens, let's call them aliens, over the world. Is it the world or no? It's arcs. It's arcs. It looks like arcs all over the place. But whatever you think it is, it doesn't matter. The point is, we get an end boss, we get Ascension, and we can see that there's going to be other arcs, which we now know when we have Arc Aberration coming out. So yeah, 267, very important, it is game-changing patch. We now have an official ending stroke reason we are on these arcs. You know, it's just only going to get improved upon as we go forward. So yeah, 267, fantastic patch. Number 6 then, and we are delving back in time here. This is all the way from the 2nd of July 2015. Now a lot of you may think this is absolutely mental what I'm about to say here, but this update was incredible. The reason here, we had the full stone structure tier added. Now, up until this point, in fact, it wasn't that long ago. It was patch 178. They added a stone wall and a stone fence foundation. Up until then, it was thatch, it was wood, and you did have a metal tier. There's nothing in between. Stone was a huge, huge thing, which is badly needed. I mean, how many of you build out of stone now? You know, stone is probably the go-to material to do this. So this patch, allowing you to get a full stone thing, was absolutely crazy. It was so good, but it wasn't good in terms of collecting stone. Now stone, I remember being on servers and stone was a form of currency. Stone was being used as currency to build structures out of stone. You had to harvest it all by hand. I remember trading I think it was 2,000 rex for 2,000 stone for a level 50 something rex. That's what the currency was. 2,000 stone got you a rex. That's how important stone was back in the days. It wasn't until patch patch 202, which came in the August of 2015, which brought the Dodi, and that pushed that currency out the window. The Dodi became suddenly this is how you get the stone. And so I'm lumping together 178, 182, and 202. It's all stone tier things. Those 3 patches together completely changed. Well, stone changed it because all of a sudden you had stone, but then you had the Dodi come along, which changed how they got the stone and the currency, and it just blew my mind. It blew my mind. So there we are. Stone is at is 6 on the list. Halfway then on list, number 5, we have patch 235. Now yes, as you can see, we had tribal alliances, we had a terror bird, but the reason this makes it onto the list is because of the grappling hook. The grappling hook changed the game. All of a sudden, you didn't have to, you know, you couldn't, can't even get my words out. All of a sudden, you could go anywhere you wanted, pretty much. You could scale cliffs, so it says grapple other players or small creatures, drag them around. This one, it actually says in the description, this one is a game changer. And it is. It totally is. Whether you're PvP or PvE, the grappling hook is a game changer. It just allows you to go anywhere. You can solo caves you couldn't do before. You could, you know, grapple an Argy, you could grapple a Quetzal. There were loads of methods to tame things all of a sudden. The grappling hook was a phenomenal addition. And as it says, I don't know say more about it. It truly is a game changer. Following that up then at number 4. Now, I kind of wanted to put this one higher, but I don't think that many people will agree with me. This is a relatively small little patch, you know. We've got the giant beaver, the handcuffs, performances, blah blah blah, and you're thinking, SparreysWorld, why have you got this on the list? The simple reason this is so high up on the list, and I wanted to put it higher, is the giant beaver. Not actually the giant beaver, but more the giant beaver dams. Up until this point in the game, getting cementing paste meant going to the chitin cave near the volcano, ploughing through that, you know, farming that several times, and it was a mission to get cementing paste. Along comes the giant beaver dams, dotted all around the map in certain places, where you could get 300 cementing paste if you were lucky. If you went on a run and you did a visit round and you got lucky, you could come away with thousands of cementing paste. This was huge. All of a sudden, people were scrabbling, who'd been scrabbling to get cementing paste, now had vaults full of it. It was crazy, and cementing paste was such a rare commodity back then. And then the giant beaver changed it all, and it made it amazing. It it made it almost too easy to get. As I said, people had vaults of the stuff they weren't using, whereas before it was in rare supply. So yeah, I truly believe, I know a lot of you would disagree with this, but those beaver dams changed the game immensely. And I did want to put them higher, but I'm going to stick with them at number 4. So with that, we're going to head to number 3, where, we'll see how this one goes. Okay, so number 3 is patch 256. So we had aquatic and amphibious breeding. Amazing. Again, that is a game changer on its own. We had the Equus, good. The lead stick fees, meh. The Ichthyornis, horrible things. Iguanodon, yeah. Tech underwater bases, that is a big thing. If you got to the tech tier, great. I haven't included tech tier stuff on this because I don't think it's that much of a game changer. It's just another building level above metal where not everyone is going to get to. You know, you only need the bigger tribes. There it is. So we look down there and we hit the big one. The Flyin Earth. They actually call it the Flyin Earth, and this was from March the 31st. Actually, I think for me, dropped April the 1st. I did a big video on it. Perhaps an overreaction at the time, but the Flyin Earth is huge. It is massive compared to what it used to be to what it is now. Those people who are playing the game now, you know, no difference. You know, they've just started playing the game. There's no difference. But it was mental. It was absolutely mental what they did to it. The difference. It basically meant you couldn't fly around the island anymore. You know, consistently. You had to take stamina breaks. Looking back on it, probably a good thing because it has balanced certainly PvP up, and it has balanced, well, let's say it's balanced PvE. It just means you have to use some more of your dinosaurs that you have laying around the base. But this was a huge change. To go from what it was to what it is now is crazy. That's why we have like classic flyer mods on some of the servers we play on, and I know lots of people do. This was a huge change, huge change. As I said, there's plenty of videos out there, including some of my videos about what I thought at the time. I have changed my mind slightly. I do think it was perhaps needed. It's brought balance, but we're not getting to that. It's just it was a massive game changing patch, and that was why it is at number 3. Okay then, at number 2, we have to go all the way back to September the 28th from 2015 and patch 216. Now, lots of notes here, lots of things. Nothing really jumps out at you until you get further down the list. And what we have added is, we got the Beelzebufo, the Direwolf, the Megaloceros. We got a few little things inside, so, you know, wooden chair, wooden bench. Fur gear sets, we got added fur. And why would we need fur? Because we got the swamp biome, but we got the snow biome as well. The snow biome and the swamp biome were massive changes. I had to go back and watch a video on this of an old, when the map first came out. I put it up here now. We had this map, and we had no snow on it. It was just go anywhere. I remember racing around it, going everywhere, not having to worry. And it all kind of looked the same. Then we had the snow biome and the swamp drop. We got a new map. It looked completely different. It didn't look completely different, but we had all the snow. And then they extended the snow. Now the snow is a horrible place to go. The swamp isn't much better, but the snow is so cold. It's so dangerous. It suddenly became a very hard part of the map to live in. People who had bases in there, you know, when they came along, I was the swamp in particular. On the official server I was on, I remember someone's base being half and half, and it literally half their base vanished through this. It was crazy. And then all of a sudden you had where Bronto Alley used to be down the middle. If any of you remember Bronto Alley, please let me know down in the comments below. All of a sudden it was swamp. It was swamp, and this place you used to go for your prime meat, it was nice, really dangerous places. Now, granted, it's probably more dangerous now than it was when it got released, because we have the leeches, we have the Caprosuchus, just that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a dangerous place. Plus side, we got Titan boas, you know, up in the on the top of the world rather than in caves. But it was a massive change. The snow biome, the direwolves, just everything about it changed. And it was a fantastic addition, one that really made the map more complete, I feel. So yeah, that is number 2. And we're going to go to number 1 now. Okay then, so number 1. In at number 1, we have 201, patch 201, all the way from the 18th of August 2015. Now, you see a few things here, max player level raise, nothing really sticks out. We got the Gigantopithecus, good little dino, got a few little, you know, fixed things, but we got the Scuba Gear Set. Heck yeah, that's what it says, Scuba Gear Set, heck yeah. Now, why is a Scuba Gear Set so amazing? it opened up the underwater. It just opened it up. Yes, you could make the Lazarus Chowder, I think that's the right one, and go down and all of that. But this scuba gear set just meant that sea exploration. It opened the map up. It allowed us to venture into the sea far easier. We didn't have to pump our oxygen stat all the way up. We could actually build underwater bases. We could stay in the water for longer. This changed the game so much. It meant that the water wasn't something which we had to actively avoid or stay clear of. It was somewhere we could go into whenever we wanted. We could ride our sea dinos. We could get down in the water and try and find the oil and the silica pearls. And that's what we had to do. That was what the scuba gear was for. It's something which should have been in the game from the start. It wasn't. Okay, it can be a bit pricey if you're just starting off to make, you know, we did have the Diplocowlus added, which is like your little starter scuba gear, if you will. But yeah, the scuba gear set, an absolutely phenomenal addition. That changed the game so much. So that is going to be it today, guys. Those are my top 10 game-changing patches that I think have come out, mainly focusing on trying to mix PvE and PvP. Didn't want to fix on one or the other. I know there's going to be people who disagree, and bigger things are going to be, or other things are going to be more game-changing for other people. So let me know what your game changes are, please, in the comments down below. I'm really keen to see what you know. Was there a point where you left ARK? Was there a point where you thought about leaving ARK? Or was there a point where you thought it made ARK amazing again? Just let me know in the comments down below. And again, if you like the video, hit the like button, and please subscribe for lots more. But that's it. Thank you, amazing. Thank you, amazing. Even thank you so much for the amazing support on the channel so far. It really is fantastic. So thank you all. Don't forget to check my Discord down below. Don't forget to check all the other guys' links down below. And that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Have fun.